SHMACKEMAGOB and Bang Bang Pizza Skulls. I want to apologize. Today, this morning, well, really noon because I woke up late, I got a comment on one of my videos saying, Ralph, check out the Motley Crue show in Orlando. They're using backing tracks. Nikki Sixx comes out rocking to no music, and then the music pipes in. And you know, I'm half awake and I see this and I'm like, oh man, thanks for the heads up. So I put up the video showing people Nikki Sixx rocking out, then the thing pipes in. Then I got many comments, and some weren't nice. Some people called me a moron. But they made a good point. They were saying, dude, the PAs weren't kicked in enough. And I was like, let me watch it again. And then I did notice it's very faint. You hear them playing very faintly. Then the music kicks in. Now, I could be wrong on this, but me personally, when the music kicks in, it sounds way too perfect. And it still sounds like tapes to me. But I could admit I could be wrong on that, right? So, in a way, and a lot of you could be wrong too that think that when it kicked in, they were playing live. We both don't know. The only people I know are people behind the scenes in the band themselves. Now that I got that out of the way, I apologize. I can admit when I was wrong. And I might have been wrong. I'm not 100% I was wrong, but I can admit it's not something. Somebody left a comment. The last comment I saw was a really nice guy saying, hey man, you know, I agree with you on everything, but this one kind of looks like misinformation. And that kind of broke the camel's back. I was like, you know what, this guy's right. I'm going to take this down, but I'm also going to make a video apologizing. But now that we got that out of the way, I want to talk about backing tracks and how messed up this is. Now, and number one, I got to say, there's a lot of bands that use backing tracks. I keep hearing this, and it's true, a lot of bands do use backing track, but a lot of people make it sound like every band uses backing tracks, and that's a bunch of bullshit. Because I just saw The Who like a month ago, and Pete Townsend messed up, and they redid the song. They had to start it over. And I've seen mistakes, and I've seen, what was another one? I saw Cheap Trick do a couple flubs, Rick Nielsen, every time I see them live. I mean, that shit's live. There's no tapes on that, you know? And I know for a fact my band never used tapes, because if we did, I would fuck up every show. Now, say what you want about Paul Stanley, but Paul Stanley has only been caught, what, like maybe a dozen times out of hundreds of shows? That guy is awesome at lip syncing, if you ask me. Now, also people are like, well, Motley doesn't use tapes because listen to Vince Neil. There's no way they would let Vince Neil use tapes, because you know he'd be messing up every night like I would, you know? Now, my point on backing tapes, I think it's really unfair to the diehards now. We don't matter. I've said this in other videos. We don't matter. We're not the ones that fill up seats at shows. It's the casual fans. But I still think it's unfair for people like us, because I'm not alone. Even though we're the minority, I'm not alone. That people like us throw down our hard-earned money and we go to shows thinking that it's live, only to find out they're using tapes. And most of the times we don't even know, because bands are really good at it. Styx is another one I've seen flub on stage. I don't think they use tapes. And Night Ranger. I mean, I can go on and on. There's so many shows that I see bands mess up. And let me tell you something. When I saw The Who mess up and I see bands make mistakes, I freaking love it, man. Because it's that human factor, the realism of seeing a live show. Live, not live when they use tapes. And that's what really irks me, is how bands do not tell the people, hey, we're using tapes. Put it on a ticket or advertise it. You know, we have enhancements. You know, not our show is completely live. Now, I don't mind if you use little bells and whistles as far as sound effects and clips backstage, but if I see a drummer, a guitar player, a bass player, and a singer up on stage doing and singing and playing instruments, I want that to be 100% live. No excuses, okay? Unless you let the people know this is not live. That way, me and people like me won't go. And the people that do love it, because there's, you know, that's most people that go see shows. They don't care. They don't care. I mean, come on, how many times has Kiss been busted? And people keep going, and man, they fill up arenas. The minority, the diehards, we don't matter as far as filling up seats. I mean, you got to be real. You got to be truthful, you know? Or, you know, be truthful when you're being fake. So people like us don't get duped, because I go to live shows to see, oh, silly me, live. Bands playing live. It's not, I don't want to see somebody up there lip syncing or vocal enhancement. Like, you know, now, you know, people are saying, well, Paul uses a tape, but he also sings. He just doesn't do the high parts. I don't even want to see that. And plus, I already saw Kiss back in the day, Motley Crue back in the day, before technology came along, where they were forced to play live. Nikki Sixx said that they've been doing it since '87. Now, I don't know exactly what they were doing in '87, but I saw Shout at the Devil and Theater of Pain Tour when they were forced to play it live. And they were great shows. Maybe they can't do it no more, so they need the enhancement, but Jesus, let us know. Don't you think that's right for the consumer? You know? Especially Kiss, where Gene constantly said, don't use tapes, and also saying, if you do use tapes, let the people know. I think that's bullshit. That bands use tapes and don't let the public know. Especially the public that most will still go see you. You know, but I know you got your pride. You want to be fake. You know, because after all, you know, you're being fake. So, that's my whole point of this whole backing tapes thing. You want to use backing tapes? Fine, do it. Just let us know. It's a lot of money to see shows now, man. It's not cheap like it was back in the day. How fucked up is it that back in the day when it was cheap to see shows, you got the real deal? Now you have to pay hundreds of bucks for a lot of these bands. Not all. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are saying all bands do it. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. That's not true, and that's an insult to the bands that work hard, practice hard, to go up there and kick your ass using 100% live with maybe a little like voice intro here or a little, you know, little clip here and there that has nothing to do with instruments and singing. What's wrong with that? That's fine to me. But when I heard stuff like this dude was singing backstage while Ozzy was singing, I didn't know that shit. I feel ripped off. I would never go see Ozzy anymore. And Ozzy, I worship him. I don't even like making fun of the guy. You know, I see Metallica fuck up too. I mean, come on, all you Metallica haters, you're going to tell me that's a drum track? You know? There's bands out there that play live, and that's who I'll support, you know? Because you get that, I get that real, organic, human nature, man. I get something that's live. I go to a live concert, you know? And again, all you people that, and I've seen so many people writing, so what? So what? They use tapes. I don't care. I went and had a good time regardless. That's you. And that's cool. That's cool if you like the fake. That's your deal. But we don't have to fucking like it. I've never, ever would want to see a show where somebody's either, you know, vocal enhancement, drums, bass. I mean, I wasn't raised like that, man. I didn't go to shows for that. Never did. You know, I mean, I understand we live in a very plastic society more than ever. Because DJs that don't even play instruments, they just scratch records, fill up places too. You know, we have that down here. I forgot the festival it's called. You know, some big ass festival where it's just DJs and they fill up this huge fucking place. A huge field with thousands and thousands and thousands of people where, by the way, parking is $75. And people flock to it because now we live in a generation where people love this, you know. People would rather hear a DJ than actual musicians. Yes, I think it's sad, but that's people, that's them. I don't like infringing on anybody's happiness. If that makes you happy, that's fine. But man, I'm speaking for us, the minority, that love and want real live music. And there's bands out there that do it. And I think just like every band that uses tapes, they should tell it to the people. And also, bands that don't use tape should fucking brag about it. Should go out there and say, we don't use tapes. You know, and if they do use tapes by saying that, they're going to get busted because karma always gets them. Karma got Gene, didn't it? You know, and a lot of people are saying, well, Gene said it, but he doesn't use tapes. Yes, but his bandmate does. And plus, I mean, there is tapes of, it looks like Gene Simmons is lip syncing too. I've seen that online. But regardless, let's say he's 100% live. He still said bands should not go up there and use tapes. Bands should not do it. And if they do it, they should announce it to the public. Well, he's in a band that does it. That's karma. That's karma biting him in the ass for making fun of other bands. I think it's unfair to the consumer, to the public that are like me. I'm not talking to all you that just love this fake shit, that you don't mind vocal enhancement and non-live shit. That's your deal. And I'm sure it doesn't bother you that these bands don't announce it. But I'm sure it would bother you if you bought something and then you found out it's not what you paid for. And that's what this is. So, you know, I mean, karma's going to get all you fuckers that don't care if bands don't announce it or not. I'm sure one day you're going to buy something and go, what the fuck, I didn't pay for this. That's how we feel. Because I'm not alone. I may be the minority, but I am part of the minority. We are not alone. Alright, enough of my rant. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not. Stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. And SHMACKEMAGOB, bang bang, pizza skulls. The truth shall set you free.